3.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tina Lee. I am a community program specialist of the Orange County Register of Voters. And I'm the liaison for the Vietnamese community. And my colleague, Christy, she also joined me in this session. Christy, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I am Christy Chen, and I'm also a community program specialist at the Registrar of Voters office.
Thank you, Christy. Welcome you to join us and participating in the Back to School High School Voters Education Weeks from September 13th to September 24th, 2021. Today, we would like to provide you the information about the upcoming California gubernatorial recall election. And we would like to encourage you to become an active voter when you turn 18. So let's talk about pre-registration and voter registration. As I mentioned before, when you turn 18, you can be registered as a voter. In order to register to vote, to become a voter, you have to qualify all 4 requirements shown on the screen. Number 1, you have to be a US citizen and a resident of the state of California. Number 2, you have to be at least 18 years old as of the date of the next election. It doesn't matter what kind of election. If there is an election and you turn 18 before that day, then you can vote. And number 3, you must not be in prison for a conviction of a felony. And number 4, you must not be deemed by an appropriate court to be mentally incompetent. And there are 2 ways of register to vote. Number 1, you can do it on paper, and you can pick up this form from any government agency like the DMV, the post office, the Social Security Administration office, your city halls, the clerk recorder office, the city clerk. Most of the government agencies, you can pick up these forms. And the second way, the second option you can register to vote is online at the website of the Secretary of State, and you can see the link on the screen. And in California, we do allow pre-registration when you are 16 or 17 before your 18th birthday. So when you turn 18, your pre-registration will become the registration, and you are becoming a voter on your 18th birthday. So let's talk about the California gubernatorial recall election. Since 1913, there have been 55 attempts to recall the California governors. There's only one success in history so far. That was Gray Davis in 2003. In 2003, the recall of the Governor Gray Davis was the first California gubernatorial recall election in the history, and there was 135 candidates run for the election. And Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, he won that election to become the next one to replace Gray Davis. So this election that is happening right now is the second successful recall attempt for the governor in California history. In this election, there are 46 candidates to run for the governor. So let's take a look at this. What is the cost of the recall election? There are a lot of people ask about that. So all over the state, the estimated cost was about $276 million. However, recently, the Secretary of State answered an interview. So she mentioned that the election cost for this recall election could cost about $400 million. And how much do we have to pay for the recall election in Orange County? We are projecting the cost would be $7.6 million. However, we don't have to pay for this. The state will reimburse the cost of this election for Orange County. So let's move on to the next one. What would you see on the recall election ballot and how do we vote? So you see that on the ballot, there's a long list of candidates and there's 2 questions on that. So either you read, the number 1 question is to recall, you vote yes or you vote no. And number 2, you will vote who is the next candidate if the governor is recalled. So if the voters do vote yes more than no, 50% plus 1 yes vote happen. If that happen, then the governor will be recalled and the candidate who get the most votes will be the replacement of the governors. However, if on the other side, 50% plus 1 votes no, then Governor Newsom will remain in the office for the rest of his term. So how do we vote? Then if you, a lot of people ask, if I vote no for the first question, do I have to vote for the second question? So you don't have to, the answer is you don't have to vote for both, it's your choice. And in this case, a lot of people also ask, can Governor Newsom be a candidate? The answer is no. He is not a qualified write-in candidate. By law, he cannot replace himself. And if you write his name, you vote for the second question, it would not be counted. So like I mentioned earlier, you don't have to vote for 2 questions. You can just vote for 1 if you vote no on the first question. Or if you vote yes for the first question, then you should choose who is the candidate that will replace the current governor. So the next part will be presented by my colleague, Christy. So Christy, could you please go ahead? Thank you.
Okay, so select vote centers will open from September 4th to 10th. And from September 11th to 13th, all 64 vote centers are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On Tuesday, September 14th, the election day, the vote centers will open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. All vote centers and ballot drop boxes will close at 8 p.m. on election day. If you miss the registration deadline, you can still register to vote. You can go to any vote centers in Orange County, register and vote at the same time. Your vote will be counted once your eligibility to vote has been confirmed. Orange County provides language assistance to federal mandate language. There are 4 languages, Spanish, Vietnamese, Chinese, and Korean, and also state mandate languages, Tagalog, Japanese, Hindi, Gujarati, and Farsi. While in-person language services are available in selected sites only, we also provide video conferencing at all vote centers. Supported languages include Spanish, Vietnamese, Chinese, and Korean, and American Sign Language. Senate Bill 152 allows all voters to request a RAVBM, remote accessible vote by mail ballot, to be delivered electronically. The voter can download, mark the ballot, and print it out. It can be returned just like a regular vote by mail ballot. Before you return your vote by mail ballot, please remember to sign your envelope. A mailed vote by mail ballot needs to be postmarked on no later than the election day. One of the most important rights we have is our rights to vote. Make sure your voice is heard by casting your vote. Vote today, use your vote by mail ballot, or go to any vote center in Orange County. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope the rest of your day is lovely. See you soon.